Welcome to today's edition of Sun City and Sun City West Real Estate. Is it a good time for buyers? Is it a good time for sellers? I want to break it down with some actual numbers. And we're going to look at the actives, the solds, the supply that we have, how many months supply, and then lastly, median price. And based on that, these are the simplest things you need to know to find out what is going on in the real estate industry in this specific area, Sun City and Sun City West. So let's go ahead and check it out right now. So actives, 2025, we had a total of 659 active listings back in 2025. Currently at this time, we are actually at 666 listings. So we saw that it went up, but just a very little bit. What about the number of solds? Well, back in 2025, we saw 159 properties that ended up selling at this time last year, which right now we're in March, we're looking at February numbers. This year, 2026, we saw 114. So see, we've got a little bit more inventory, but we saw a less number of transactions sold. That necessarily isn't a good thing. We're seeing inventory grow. At this time, supply. Back in 2025, we were at 5 months inventory or supply. That means if no other homes came up on the market, it would take 5 months for everything to sell. This time right now, we actually at 5.2, so we've gone up just a very little bit. Now, what about the median price? I mean, looking at the listings last year, the number of actives, the number of sold, the month supply, it was kind of a balanced market. We ended up having about 286,000 median home sale price. All right, 286,000. Now, we've seen inventory grow. The number of closings went down. Supply has gone up a little bit. Chances are you think there might have been a little bit downward pressure on price, right? Well, you'd be right. The median price, 273,000. And I did lie a little bit. This particular one is just for Sun City. We can look at Sun City West here next. Let me just go ahead and erase this. So I did not erase it, but I am going to add to it. So we've got basically Sun City right here, and we've got Sun City West, which we're going to put right next to it. All right. So as far as active properties, we have 432 active this time in 2025. Right now, we have 411. So a little bit of a decrease in the number of active listings. We ended up having 109 sales at this time last year. Right now, 105. So a decrease in the number of sales compared to last year, not by much, but some. As far as inventory, last year we had about 4.2 months supply of inventory in Sun City West. Right now we have got a 3.9. So this has actually gone a little bit deeper down into a buyer's market. All right, average or a balanced market, generally most people will look at between 5 to 6 months. So there we are in both Sun City West last year as well as now, a little bit deeper into a buyer market. What about the median sales price? Well, in 2025, that was about 402,000, and this year about 340,000. So look at that. We ended up seeing the number of listings. I'd say it went down a little bit. We saw a decrease of about 20 compared to this time last year. The number of closings, we did see a decrease again. Supply, we're at 3.9 months versus 4.2 last month. So we dived a little bit deeper into the buyer's market. And because of that, we saw a softening on prices. Look, from 402 to 340. So in both places, Sun City, 286 to 273, we saw a softening market. Same thing for Sun City West, softening market. So is it a good time to sell? Actually, it still is a great time to sell because there are buyers out there. You could see from the number of closings, over 100 have sold in any given month. But the one thing that this really does tell you is if you are looking to sell, you're going to have to be realistic as far as the price that you choose to. And as far as buyers, well, you've got quite a few choices out there because sellers are having to compete for your business a little bit more. My name is David Baker. I'm an agent with eXp Realty, and this right here is just an easy way to understand what's going on in the real estate market, and that is what is going on right now for basically the month ending February 2026. If you have questions, if you had feedback, I'd love to hear it. Let me know. Again, I'm David Baker, your Phoenix Realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona.